Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I'm behind once again. I keep getting behind because I got stuff going on. I just did a call with somebody, and it was, boy, folks, 2024 is going to be wild. I mean, it's going to be wild. There's a lot going on. Now look, Link to, who is one of my sponsors, could M&A and activity surge in 2024? So I'm hearing a lot of talk about the IPO market heating up. I'm hearing a lot of talk about crypto heating up, Bitcoin ETFs. I'm hearing a lot about utility all of a sudden out of Ripple. So this is, could M&A activity surge in 2024? Looks like 86%. Let's see, let me refresh that. Looks like 86% of people think that it will increase. That's mergers and acquisitions, just so you know. I think you are going to see a lot of that. Now look at this. These are linked to platform private equities, folks. First one's Chainalysis. Time, 100 most influential companies 2023. The next one, Circle, has secured conditional registration as a digital asset service provider in France. Circle's rumored to be going IPO in 2024, just like Link2 is. Then we got Cerberus Systems. Watch this video. They're also private equity that's on the Link2 platform.
This company's groundbreaking computer chip just beat out one of NVIDIA's fastest processors by 130 times. In the fast-growing world of artificial intelligence, Cerberus is building the next generation of processors, speeding past the competition. Last year, they introduced the largest computer chip in the world, the WSE2, tailor-made to power machine learning. In real-world tests, the WSE2 isn't just performing, it's astonishing experts. Argonne National Laboratory's nuclear energy simulation reported a 130 times speedup compared to NVIDIA's A100 chip. NVIDIA's stock market journey is an inspiration, from a $3 billion valuation in 2003 to a towering $1.2 trillion today, fueled by innovation. Could Cerberus Systems' advanced technology built for AI lead the company on a similar path as NVIDIA? Learn more about Cerberus and...
All right, there you go. So you can check all those out on LinkedIn. Now look at this. This is, Ripple's been putting out all their predictions. This one's by Eric Van Miltenberg. Now, we made a big deal out of Monica Long's prediction because she was talking about the hype cycle being over and this being a utility. She didn't say utility bull run, but those are my words. I'm reading between the lines here. And I'm also doing it on Eric Van Miltenberg. As 2024 approaches, EVM sees a, quote, new era of finance emerging featuring trusted utility. There's that word again. Adoption by traditional financial institutions and regulatory alignment. Think utility bull run, folks. Now let's talk about the C word here for a minute. Just in Prometheum Inc. has cleared its financial regulatory hurdle. So all the people with ties to that country that starts with a C, they jump right on through the regulatory hurdles with Gary Gensler and friends and the SEC. It's only the American-based ones that seem to get held up. Wonder why that is. So you got that. Then you got this. The year ahead, this, and remember, a Wall Street guy just bought CoinDesk, and their number one prediction is that Ethereum emerges as a key blockchain for tokenized real-world assets. Well, we know who's behind Ethereum. Also, that country that starts with a C. And Ethereum also, remember, Aaron Kaplan from Prometheum, he was able to sit down and talk to Gary Gensler, come in and talk. Joseph Lubin was able to come in and talk. Sam Bankman-Fried was able to come in and talk. And he ended up being a fraud. And I'm not going to say anything about the other two. But, so are you noticing a bit of a pattern? Now, this is an important point right here. This guy says, holders and investors don't give a shit about ETHgate. We need to settle an XRP to go up. Look at the price. What the F? It's 60 cents. Oh my God. Stephen Narioff, who is 1,000% right, says investors in XRP don't give a shit about ETHgate. You should care, because that's why XRP, as you say, 60 cents. Oh my God. More importantly, you should care about this level of corruption beyond your tokens if you care about living in a free society. Stephen Narioff is 1,000% correct. And folks, anybody like this guy that thinks that ETHgate is not relevant to the XRP price, let me remind you, back in 2017-18, XRP went up 36,600%. It was the top performing coin because the market knew exactly what you and I have known. Then is when entered all of the crypto pundits. It was all, I'm telling you, it was all coordinated. The same pundits who were teaching you how to buy XRP and saying that they understood it and saying, if you think Bitcoin, then you ought to see XRP. Those same people in a coordinated fashion turned, and they turned to Bitcoin and Ethereum pumping for the next 3 to 4 years, and they did it in conjunction. They also ran out and started bragging about how they were shorting XRP. I'm telling you, I watched it. I saw it all unfold. That's why ETHgate is so important. It's so important that it's all exposed, because all it was one big manipulation narrative, and it was done intentionally, including the lawsuits, including the SEC. Now, it's all relevant. Now, guess what? People are starting to piece this together. You know, it's been all of us out here talking about this, but now it's starting to be people that are not shows that are XRP centric shows. Listen to what this guy, they're even using the word ETHgate. Listen to this.
Hiding right in plain sight. And that's actually in the Far East, China. What most people don't know is that Vitalik Buterin is actually considered to be the V-God in China. According to this article from Decrypt, since 2014, he's been a frequent visitor, spending months in Shanghai picking up the Chinese language and legendarily karaokeing with crypto VCs and developers. Before the crowd sale, Vitalik Buterin was struggling. But just when he was running out of money, he met Feng Zhao, the CEO of Wangjing Blockchain and the general partner at Fanbushi. Global Coin Research shared that Wangjing Blockchain saved Vitalik Buterin from sinking, not singing karaoke. When Ethereum was looking for funding, Wangjing brought $500,000 worth of Ethereum, and that was its lifeline, which was further corroborated by a post of Wangjing Blockchain on Medium on how Shanghai.
Now you got Prometheum and Ethereum and China
came into the fold of the Ethereum story.
This same guy's on Prometheum's board, folks.
Proposed to Vitalik that we would donate $500,000 in US dollars to the Ethereum Foundation under the name Wangjing Blockchain Lab.
Think disguised whales, folks.
The Ethereum Foundation accepted the donation, and if necessary, to dispel the developers' doubts, we would continue to fund the foundation over the next year so that the developers could focus on their work to help the Ethereum mainnet go live as scheduled. Dr. Zhao, chairman and CEO of Wangjing Blockchain, wrote The Infinite Machine, how an army of crypto hackers is building the next internet with Ethereum. Further, in an article posted on Yahoo, a screen cap from Eleanor Terrett reveals that Vitalik is the chief scientist of Wangjing Blockchain Labs, part owner of none other than Prometheum, a full-service crypto brokerage firm which the SEC registered at the beginning of the year, but came under fire because of false testimony and alleged violations of the US securities law. The SEC filing of Prometheum Capital is Shanghai Wangjing Blockchain as one of the signatories, with Dr. Zhao Feng as the chairman. In addition, the SEC filing states its intent. It is the purpose of this document to memorialize and announce the joint intent of the parties that Prometheum obtain the benefit of Wangjing's goodwill, including, without limitation, Wangjing's technologies, resources, industry's contacts, intellectual capital, and community building mechanisms in furthering Prometheum's business plan and ecosystem, as set forth in the agreement. And this is where the foundation, Wangjing Blockchain Labs, and the SEC start integrating in a very corrupted way. While the facts remain that Vitalik Buterin found support and perhaps community in part through Wangjing Blockchain and China as a whole, where did Jay Clayton, William Hinman, and Gary Gensler fit into all of these? Because guess what? The SEC and our regulators in the United States start hiding a lot with the funding, the startup, China connections, and Prometheum with the Ethereum Foundation. At the center of it all is William Hinman, who, if you didn't know, on June 15th, 2018, declared at the Yahoo All Market Summit that Ethereum is not a security. Our SEC chair at the time said Ethereum is not a security. Adding further, the director of the SEC of Corporation Finance at the time explained that the fact that there is no central figure or group responsible for Ethereum, and therefore the assets may not represent an investment contract. How times have changed. For anyone who just stumbled on the word security, securities are defined by Lexology as a financial asset that can be sold or traded in a financial market. The term securities refers to investments that can be exchanged and used to raise capital. As per Hinman, Ethereum was and is not a security. Therefore, Ethereum could not be sold or traded in a financial market. This is where the free pass comes in. As Hinman considers ETH as not a security, ETH is not then subject to US securities law. Now, at the core of all of this, and this interconnected of web, corruption, power, control, etc., is Jay Clayton, the former SEC chairman, who was a former partner at Sullivan and Cromwell. Now, Sullivan and Cromwell is a multinational law firm headquartered in New York City. Just 2 months after Jay Clayton was appointed as the SEC chair, Patrick Baraducci, a partner from Sullivan and Cromwell, became a potential hire. This is red flag number one. Red flag number two is when Jay Clayton's term as the SEC chairman ended, he joined a company known as One River Digital Asset Management. This was known for its large holdings of both Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that is when Gary Gensler took over. But Gary Gensler's appointment to the SEC throne did not just materialize out of thin air. It wasn't like he just ran for his position and got elected by the people. His appointment is a story of perception and appearances, which started when MIT hired him in 2018. Gensler's online profile shows no record of publication of an extensive knowledge on the blockchain technology, other than being called policy veterans, commenting on the future of financial regulations. In 2019, Gary Gensler was the then senior advisor to the MIT Digital Currency Initiative and former chairman.
I think you get the picture. I'm glad to see other people are picking up on what we have uncovered over the last few years. You see what's being done to this country, folks. They were trying to hand this industry to China. Let's face it.
I think, as was mentioned in the report.
Look at this. I like this from Mikkel. They are coming.
I think, as was mentioned in the report, we will get there soon, I hope, in the United States. And I think that will create a massive opportunity for growth. I think that regulation's important to kind of prevent this fear of you're going to go to jail or you're going to get this wrong or you're going to get fined, right? But I think that it's really critical that we get past where's the safe place to do crypto, which I hope is soon, because there's 8 billion people on the planet and about 70% of them have mobile cell phone access, and digital assets enable the financialization of the internet. And we can bring financial services and digital assets to every single person on the planet that has a phone, and that's going to transcend local regulation. So I think that the key is let's get the regulation in place so we can all build businesses and create economic value globally.
Before I throw it to the panel, what's Sean's?
All right, now I want to show you, here's Stuart Alderati. In case you missed it, more news and courtroom rebukes this week about our broken SEC. Federal Appeals Court found the SEC acted arbitrarily and capriciously after ignoring the court's deadline to correct deficiencies in its stock buyback rules. So Gary Gensler keeps on breaking the law. Then we have this. Now, this Elizabeth Warren is being corrected by X. You got to love this, where she's talking about how cryptocurrencies are doing this and that, about funding terrorism and all. And it corrects her and says cryptocurrency is objectively less than 1% of all monetary illicit activity. There's also nothing supporting the claim that it could threaten national security. Cash is untraceable. Blockchains are public ledgers. So she has been corrected. Now, in DAIXRP.com, the member group, members only group, we're going to talk, I'm going to show you what I'm doing. Look, there's 18 or 19 senators that are helping Elizabeth Warren and backing up her bill. And so we're going to make the buffoons that they deserve to be out of them publicly, and we're going to publicly put them out there and make sure that we market them as exactly what they are, which is anti-American. We're going to market them as such, and I'm going to show you that in the member group. I'm also going to show you a little about what's coming with the island guy. You know, that guy that owned the island out there, you know, near Antigua where FTX was. We're going to show you something about what's coming with him. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family. I'm about to show you my little Elizabeth Warren's Friends marketing program that I'm going to do for them in the coming months.